Pareda from bnetTV. Welcome to the Mobile World Congress 2013 in Barcelona. And with us is Gareth Price from NEC. How you doing, sir?
I'm very well, thanks.
Can you talk to us about your company and what role your company plays in the ecosystem?
Sure. We're helping carriers to find new revenue in new value chains. For example, last year we were really focusing on cloud. We're helping them to move into IT so they can get way more money from their SME customers. But this year we're helping new markets such as payments and transport, logistics, healthcare, education. They're new markets with new money that carriers can get money from.
And for how long, I mean, if I'm a user looking at this video, for how long you guys are been doing this type of business? And not only that, but where can I reach out to you?
Okay, well, we've been doing sort of cloud business models for about 4 years now. And we're getting pretty good at it, and we're working with carriers all over Europe. Of course, we do this across the world. So in Asia, Europe, Africa, Middle East, especially, we've been developing these cloud business models with carriers. We've learned a lot of things. We've learned how to develop the business model, how to aggregate the ecosystem, how to get value, how to manage risk. So we've got a lot to share, and we've got some good results to go with. And
what brings you to Barcelona this year at the Mobile World Congress?
Well, there's some big waves. I mean, first of all, LTE and small cells. So if you go, in our stand, one thing you'll see is the ability to get good LTE coverage into street canyons and high density areas in cities. Okay. So we have the small cell area there, but you've got to backhaul that data. You've got to be able to get that from the street level back into the core network. So we've got very good solutions that come together there. We've also got SDN, and that's about virtualizing the network. It's going to make it ridiculously cheaper in the future and ridiculously more flexible. So you'll be able to virtualize your network so that anyone can use it. You can take multiple networks and put it into one. A lot of money that you would have spent on routers before, you can now buy much cheaper equipment and manage it centrally using cloud technology. And finally, I think the other thing is M2M. And NEC doesn't just do normal M2M. What we really do is M2M with data. So we do M2M data services, so we hold the data and we allow you to share it with your business process partners. We allow you to analyze it. We allow you to do big data processing so you can find trends and you can find really urgent issues like no data is coming in. So it's way beyond just connecting. Connecting is important for carriers, but the money there is limited. If they can charge for what the actual data is doing and the value of that data to their customers, carriers can really be a central part of the M2M ecosystem.
One of the things I have learned this year coming to Barcelona, especially in this industry, is that the bridge between M2M and cloud computing is really unifying itself, and the amount of applications that can evolve from it is endless. And I'm happy to say that NEC has a package that not only meets that demand, but you guys have pretty much the whole portfolio behind it.
That's right. I mean, if you go from the applications at the top, like agriculture, transportation, logistics, cold chain monitoring, for example, education, then you come.
So, Mr. Price, what brings NEC to the Mobile World Congress this year? Please, can you elaborate?
Sure. Well, I think there's three big things for us this year. The first one is small cells. People know they want LTE, but in urban canyons and high density areas, the demand's going to be huge. The solution is small cells, but it's not so easy to pick the solution. So NEC has a whole variety of components that not just deal with the coverage, but deal with the backhaul as well. So when you come to NEC, you're getting one solution for coverage and backhaul. So that's very important. You can find about that in our stand, for example. The second thing is a revelation in networking. It's going to make networking ridiculously cheaper in the future, and it's called SDN. It's about network virtualization. You don't have to buy really expensive, complicated equipment in the future. You're going to buy really cheap equipment, and you have a really clever brain controlling it all from the cloud. And NEC has been pioneering this technology with universities around the world, and it's becoming very popular. And also we can virtualize expensive telecoms equipment like an EPC, and we can put it on standard Intel architecture servers at a fraction of the cost it would normally cost you to buy the custom design equipment. So we're really changing the cost profile of networks through SDN and virtualization. Thirdly, we have M2M. Now, everyone talks about M2M, but we do M2M a little bit differently.
Good.
We look at the data layer, right? So we do M2M, sure, we can connect to devices and manage the SIM card and the fraud, but above that, what we have is data, and that's what's really valuable. So we'll hold on to the data for the customer. We'll allow them to share it with their business process partners. We'll allow them to do analytics on it. We'll allow them to do big data processing on it, and we'll allow them to sell it. So let's imagine you're a car company and you have data on your tires, and you know where they're failing, on what road, in what location, in what weather, on what car, at what time of the year, at what temperature. You can start feeding that information back to your supplier. But not only that, you can sell that information to his competitor because you own it. So that's why we're taking M2M to a kind of a new level.
It's actually one of the simple applications that I can imagine, but there are so many to do, and I'm sure that NEC will meet that demand because you guys have a complete portfolio of not only to be able to solve solution for your users out there and providers, but you are in the right market. Both M2M, cloud services are the future, and every application that you can possibly come up with or meet that demand, NEC will meet that demand with them.
And what we've done an evolution from cloud to M2M and now to smart cities. So we've been working with cities around the world, some in Europe, some in Latin America, some in Asia, to bring some technology and value, And we've got, for example, that data, M2M data stuff that's in the middle. We have that in the middle of the city. So you've got all the sensors checking the noise pollution, the traffic, energy consumption that's coming up, and then we present it as a dashboard so that people can manage how resources are being used and utilized. And then other people can come in and buy access to that data so that the mayor can make some money for what's going on in the city. So it's about cloud, M2M, smart city. It's not so fast. There's lots of money still to be made in all of these steps, but we can do any of it now.
Well, Mr. Price, thanks so much for spending time with us. As always, I'm always happy to talk to NEC. You guys always have pretty much everything in the ecosystem that needs for it to work.
Just ask for it and it's yours.
Well, thank you. Okay. And this is Nelson Pereira from bnetTV at the Mobile World Congress 2013 in Barcelona.